It's summer and peaches were on sale at the market today. So I am going to take and make peach almond pound cake. Stay tuned, see what happens. So white peaches, first thing I want to do is get most of the peels off. So quickly peel them, and then I'm going to use the stone fruit wedger to get them into wedges, and then I'll cut them up smaller from there. Just there, and then stone fruit wedger, like that, and like that. There we are. So you get little pieces like that, and we'll cut them up even smaller. So you probably noticed that they were pretty juicy, but one thing I was reading about when you add fruit to pound cake is that you want to make sure they're really ripe. So they're really ripe. Now, all I'm going to do is cut these into thirds with a paring knife. No big deal. And then we're going to add cinnamon and sugar to these to kind of coat them, to keep them from sinking, and to add a little more sweetness. All right, for this one, I'm going to be using our new tube pan, and it says to lightly grease and flour the pan. So I've got a little bit of oil left in here, and I just get my hands in there. I realize that I could use the brush and all the things, but I just think it's easier to grease the pan with my hands. Sometimes that's just the way it is. All right, so the neat thing about the tube pan is that the bottom comes out. So that should make this cake release really, really easily. So greased that. I need to get some flour in there, and then we're going to get our cake mix going. So, all right, the things that it says we need are the almond pound cake mix right here, and then the butter. I need 3/4 cup of butter with the almond pound cake mix, and it needs to be softened. So we have gooey butter, 1.5 sticks, almond pound cake mix. I'll lean you down so you can see everything here. Almond pound cake mix, butter, 3 eggs, 1, 2, 1/4 cup of water. Mix it up for 2 minutes till everything's combined. So my last sweet addition are some peach preserves that I'm gonna swirl in the batter so that we'll just add all the peachiness. It's gonna taste so summery. I'm super excited about this. So we have our tube pan ready, and I'm going to take about 1/3 of the batter and put it into the tube pan and spread it around. And then I'm going to take about half of my peaches. Put them in there. Then another bunch of the cake batter. Again, I do much better with my fingers than I ever manage with my spatula. I'm sure there's some trick. Now I'm gonna take and put the jam, and this is just 1 cup of peach preserves. Missed a spot, can't miss a spot. And I'm just gonna swirl that in. It smells delicious already, that's for sure. And then, oh, the last bit of peaches. There aren't that many left. So we're just gonna sprinkle those throughout. A little more even there. And then the last bit of cake batter to dollop on top. Well, are you excited to find out how it turns out? Because I sure am. Maybe there's a little more cake batter in the bowl. There we go. These mix and scrapers sure do help me get them out, though. I might not be very good at spreading with them, but there we go. Hook that in. Okay, it's ready to go in the oven. 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's supposed to go in for 50 to 60 minutes until the cake tester comes out clean. Okay, it's beeping like it's done, so let's check and see how we're doing here. Right, it is cooked for 60 minutes at 325, and here's where we're at. So I am going to flip it over, but my guess is that it's going to come right out of that pan. So I'm gonna put a cooling rack on this side just to be on the safe side. Yeah, I was gonna show you the flip, but it came right out of the pan. So we're on the cooling rack now, and I'll cut it up here in a little while. If you like more recipes like this, the shopping link will be in the description. And thanks for watching, and please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.